I am here. And this is the airport. Currently is kind of low pressure. Let's set the plane up. So we are using external power. And let's switch on the position lights. Media route 1, 2, and 3. Wait a minute. Where is my Toby Ghost? Toby Ghost. Not working. Okay, there we go. So now you see where I am looking at. Okay. And then that and this and that, and then turn the brightness of the screens up. Also for the first officer. RS in alignment in 7 minutes. So let me preview our plan. We will go from Victor Alpha Bravo Bravo towards Victor Alpha Alpha Hotel. And then our flight number is Skywalker 518, align IRS. We are lustrous. We have super reach. We use 999 for cost index. And then, so for the plan, we use Little Nav Map to work out some of our plans, and we will actually fly higher. Let's see. We can use, maybe give us more time. We just use 29,000 on flight level 290. How much fuel does that require? Yeah, very short. Flight level 290. I will take 6.5 tons of fuel. So here the cruise level, flight level 290, and it will give us a temperature, and then it's very hot. Okay, so we have 144 packs for some reason. It's a random number. We are taking some. No, actually, we don't have so much passenger due to COVID. Just have 99 passenger and full of medical supply, maybe. 60. What did I say? 65. Right. So fuel, and seatbelt sign. Know the people, and then I need to plug in my flight plan from runway 14. That's one of the active runway we can check from here. This is runway 14, and we'll use which departure? Seat Bravo 1 Charlie, and transition. Let me see. Do tip. Okay. Next, let's just temporarily insert this, and then select the destination. We will arrive at. Let me pick a runway. Think 05. It's probably no ILS or 05. Only RNF. Then we'll see I temporarily put RNF 5 for now, and we use star of Pan 1 Bravo via let's see, does it has okay. Where are they? Let's check the map. So Apollo, we are. Let's check them all one by one. Doesn't look good. Oh, let me zoom back in. Not this one. This one seems fine. Or I should check only to nav map. The active runway is the wheel. Yeah, ILS only. Well, how about we change the runway? Let's have an ILS runway. That would make things easier. Arrival ILS. So there are two choices of ILS approaches. They differ from where the holding is and how we enter the. So okay, we have one that goes from a panel ILSZ. Via a panel. Oh, nice. No transition. So it's continuous. No discontinuity. Wait a minute. There. Oh yeah, there's a little discontinuity. I will just continue past that point because it's rather straightforward and close together. So this is our planned route. and 1 minute to alignment. So let's put our performance as computed from here. We use flaps 1, then we have 148 for V1, 149er when we rotate, and 152 V2. Flaps 1 up on 3, flaps to temperature 45, and IRS aligned 3+ primary. Thanks. That's it for now, and oops. Fuel. I think we have sufficient fuel, don't we? Fuel on board 0. When we arrive, so for some reason this is not an accurate thing. Let's get back to nav map and check. We need another star. This one, yeah. Not this one actually, because that one brings us very close to. Should I use no star then? Right, let's remove the star. How do I do that? Delete selected procedure. Then we will just have this. Right. Now the fuel is trigger plan. We use no star. We have this approach no star via panel. No transition. Still not enough fuel. About 7 tons. Negative 8 tons. Tendons. Huh? Wait a minute. Did I miss something? We can't make it. 0 cargo. Doesn't work. Doesn't work. It doesn't work. Put it back to 65. Must have missed something. Maybe 0 fuel weight. 70.5 tons. Block fuel 6.5. Ah yeah, I didn't put block fuel. No, block fuel is not 6.5. Block fuel is 3.564. But we have yeah, final we have 30 minutes. If you use 6.5, then we have extra time over an hour. So yeah. So block field 6.5, that's what we have, and we need to update our performance. Not really, we didn't change the field there, and everything's closed. Let's start the APU. APU is starting, and then let's set the radio for maybe some frequency on 1 and some frequency on 2. 1.5 on 2, that's good. And let's get the TCAS ready. We don't talk, so radio failure, standby. And the weather is bad, so we make sure we switch on the weather radar. And that's pretty much it for now. Wait for APU. Set the QNH 1001. That's it. And what is it now? 1001. Actually, we know that clearance delivery is 1 to 1.85. So 12185. We should be able to request clearance delivery. And let's say we are okay. APU is available. External power disconnected. APU bleed on. Just so we don't forget that. And let's call up the pushback truck.
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go.
I want to go this way. And how do I get there? I need to cross the runway to get there. In either case, the pushback will look like this. I want the tail to the left.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
And set the other barrel rev. Okay. So captain look at the performance page, and first officer look at the plan. And let's set our map range.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
Beacon lights on. We're about to push back, so let's also switch on the wipers. It's rainy. So that's 20 minutes.
Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Fabric released.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Okay, make sure APU blade is on. And we're starting engine number 2. Let's switch the packs off also. Start the chrono as well. Okay, starting number 1.
Operation complete. Go ahead and set the parking brake.
Fabric set.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
So, terrain radar on first officer. And we switch. Actually, we should have switched to 1219.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have fun up there.
See you next time. And now that both engines are ready or available, switch the APU off, specs on, and this platoon normal, sweep brake armed, and trim up pond 3 above there, and make sure we see the bypass pin removed, and we switch on the just in case we forget strobe lights to auto, runway turn off lights on, and nose light to taxi, wing lights on for cabin check, and then full back, full forward, full left, full right, and rudder left and right. Alright, max auto brake, and what else? Park brake off. Flaps 1. Brake test. Okay, brakes are working. We need to pass over the runway once, then turn left, and then align with runway 14. So we will taxi via well, I don't know the names. I don't have the chart. That's Kilo 1 ahead. Also it's Kilo 3. So we're crossing the runway. Strobe lights on, landing lights. Don't need the landing lights yet, we're not clearing off, but we have strobe lights on. We checked no one is on the runway, no one is on the final, so we crossed it. And then there we have crossed the runway, so strobe light back to auto. Left turn here. And then, okay, cabin's ready. Before takeoff, check this above the line, auto brake max signs on. Cabin ready. Spoilers arm. Flaps take off. Config normal. Before takeoff above the line. Flit. Almost there, corner reset. Why don't they have a stop bar? Strobe lights on, landing lights on. We're entering the runway. Taxi lights to, nose light to take off. And then we're on the runway. So 50%, chrono start, and stabilized at 50%. Land flags SRS runway auto thrust blue. Airspeed alive. $80 knots. Oh, TCAS and weather radar. V1, rotate. Positive climb gear up. Nav. Autopilot 1, Nav. We'll make a key drop. I already see some radar returns. And thrust climb, auto thrust. Oh, that's why it's not climbing. Climb. That's why it's not speeding up to climb. But it's safe because SRS means it just follows the path. And we should actually put it on ignition because it's rainy. Never mind, doesn't matter now. And we didn't switch off the packs, so they are already on. And we are safe. No engines out, so it's all good. So the flaps are retracting south flap 0, and then next the slats will also retract. So next is break this arm, and the return of lights, nose lights off, wing lights also off. So then we report to ADC. Sky something. Yeah, we're going to tune the frequency to departure actually. And first with standard, then low transitionality. For the ADC, we're at Rover ahead, Mikey Bravo 371 for Bravo. And then I say they clear us up to 290 like now. And now we are happy to accept that. Just put it on to 290 and push the button. Or we don't really need to push it because it's already managed. Okay, speed L constraint star. The constraint is 8,000, so 500 ago we would say 1,000. L constraint. Here we see our temperature. Total air temperature is 31 degrees Celsius. Static air temperature 10 degrees. So it's ISA plus 11. So we're constrained to 8,000 for quite a distance until Sopel. Keep watching out for, keep looking for nearest airports. We no longer need the landing system now. Likely don't need terrain on radar. I wouldn't expect the temperature to change as we maintain 8,000 here. So you see the blue arrow there? We can climb again after Sopel, or however it's pronounced. as we fly FL, I don't think we really need the wipers. And it doesn't really help at its speed. Other than making noise to keep us awake. So the way to this Airbus works is that you can actually jump to next waypoint. It's disabled now because the next waypoint is rather close. Thrust climb. Now the temperature begins to decrease. Okay, passing through 10,000, landing lights off, seatbelt signs off, as it's not bumpy here. So the procedure wants us to create an alternate flight plan. And then on the RNF plate, well, RNF page, clear the landing system if it was set and no longer used. So back to plan, that was a lightning. Fuel production looks good. I think why can't we jump to the next waypoint? The wind flavor us is kind of tailwind. Check the flight path angle by pushing this button. It's about 3 degrees up. Yep. So the flight path is slightly to the right due to wind from the left. About 1 degree. Now the total air temperature is 17 degrees Celsius, while static air temperature drops to -7 with ISA +9, so and with no moisture we don't need anti-ice now. Don't use any star. We begin our approach from a panel. That's it's not really a good idea. That's a DME approach. We can still change our flight plan, our landing plan or approach. Let's see. Pan 1 Alpha selected current plan so far. So far so good. Total air temperature 9, static air temperature minus 18 degrees Celsius, ISR plus 7. Total air temperature is also called indicated air temperature or ram air temperature, RAT. Okay, it's not the ram air turbine, also known as RAT, but this time it's ram air temperature. Not to confuse that, just call it total air temperature. Static air temperature, also called outside air temperature or true air temperature. So, huge difference. Why? It's caused by compressibility and friction of air at high velocity. So, the outside air temperature is minus 24 degrees Celsius, but the sensor can 5 degrees. Like this surface experiences 3 degrees Celsius right underneath. It's minus 37. How does it affect our flight? In aviation, stagnation temperature or total air temperature is measured by a temperature probe mounted on the surface of the aircraft. The probe is designed to bring the air to rest relative to the aircraft. So there's a probe outside the aircraft, right outside the aircraft, to measure temperature, and maybe inside a pitot tube. So it stops the air and measures the temperature. As the air is brought to rest, kinetic energy is converted to internal energy, which means related to temperature. The air is compressed as is slowed down and experiences a diabatic increase in temperature. The total air temperature is higher than the static or ambient air temperature. Okay, what is the significance? Why do we care about this temperature? In aviation terminology, the outside air temperature or static air temperature refers to the temperature of the air around an aircraft, but unaffected by the passage of the aircraft through it. Aha. So it's okay, so your thermometer or the temperature probe measures minus 7 degrees Celsius. That's your aircraft surface temperature. Stagnation, where's that term? Stagnation temperature. Just on the surface of your aircraft aircraft fuselage, or the temperature probe, L-star. A little bit further, we're gonna switch TCAS to below L cruise. Slightly away from the temperature probe, you have outside air temperature, that's minus 38 degrees Celsius. So if I understand it correctly, the antenna above and below the belly, above the fuselage, below the belly, they are at minus 7 degrees Celsius. The outside of the antenna, or the receiving system, is at minus 7 degrees Celsius, while air slightly further away, unaffected by the aircraft, is minus 38 degrees Celsius. So put it another way, the temperature, if not due to us, would only be minus 38 degrees Celsius. But now that we are passing through it, we heat it up. The front becomes minus 7 degrees Celsius. The back may be hotter due to the exhaust gas. And we can check the exhaust gas temperature from here. Maybe 680 degrees Celsius. Yeah, so slightly ahead of us is minus 38 degrees Celsius. Just on the temperature probe is minus 7 degrees Celsius. And then behind us is around 600 degrees Celsius. Prepare for descent. Where's our airport? It's quite far away. Our destination is quite far away. And what is it called? BAAH, Vector Alpha Alpha Hotel. It's not on our map yet, is it? But we can kind of take a reference from like here. QNH. Okay, even worse, the weather in front is worse. Let's say we have no other traffics and it's very smooth, we get cleared down to 2,000 feet directly. The weather yet. I only know we will descend shortly. Oh, the airport is there, right outside the range. Actually, Little Left Map already knows the destination conditions, so we can actually check that. Let's see. How do I select the airport? Airport. 80s, 126.8. 126.8. Thrust idle. Vector Alpha Alpha Hotel 1718300 05008 gust 18 knots. Zero 50 and 8 knots. Temperature 290.26. I just have this. And we are good. Yeah, all set. We can kind of activate approach now, because we are actually in the approach. Confirm. Auto brakes is wet, just use medium. Just turn the weather radar down a bit. Engine now is C580. Time enough. Second runway. Actually, we don't really have a choice. We go around. So just keep descending for now. So weather seems good here. Now I get 80s. Let's put it back to 115. So as we descend, the temperature begins to rise again. You see something in front. So actually it's not using the runway we choose. Speed. If we have to change our runway to RNF05 thrust idle, to kind of divert now. Let's do that. Direct to home dip. And why is it still 2-3? There we go. The clear panel. Clear this. And clear that. Wait a minute. Oh, direct to this one actually. Oh, there we go, there we go. Way too high. Strip bring out. And push it in. Thrust idle descent. Flaps 1. Constraint. way too high. Gear down. Seatbelt sign on, landing lights on. Approach. F. All the lights on. 3 green. Flaps 2. Street brake arm. No, I need this street brake fully extended for now. Because we are way too high. We'll make it. We will make it like this. Flaps full. You see the vertical green dot super below us. So it's more likely to go around back to 2000. Which is already 2000. So to AE cannot. Just retract the flaps, maybe. Flaps 1. Set speed, pull it out. Set the green dot speed, I think it's 220. And disarm the approach. So speed vs nav. And the flaps up. Manage the speed. Gear up. Speed brake disarm. Manage the descent. No star. And go around. How do we activate that? Just let it fly in green dot speed for now. It's supposed to automatically know that we need to go around. Or is there another button I should click? Should automatically switch over, I hope. Oh, no, heading. And if I push it in, yes, nav. Usually to push it in. And that will put us to the holding point, and I need to select the approach again. just like that. Insert. Wait a minute. Okay, just don't touch it for now. Let it turn around first. Oops. Okay, direct to what is it called? Dip. Arrested arrival. No. Dip. Okay, that seems to put us back on track. We are still in approach phase. This time our altitude is fine. Okay, landing gear is not down because we're kind of fast. Done. And things that should be on is already on. Cabin ready. Spoiler arm. Why is it turning that way? Okay. This game. Flaps 1. Oh, what's going on? Let's to pull it out. Switch to heading mode. It's not following my command. Nav. Flaps 2. It doesn't like the blue line, does it? Gear down, flaps 3. It's not turning. Yeah, I take over.
Speed, speed, speed.
Flaps full. No idea what the autopilot is doing. I'm just taking over. We don't really have ILS, so just gotta be careful with this one. There's a track mode.
Speed.
Flight path angle -3 degrees. And the heading should be okay, just maintain 2000 for now. Come on, come on. Don't descend yet. So heading 044. Track. Okay, now begin our descent. Actually, we can let autopilot do it. I have the runway. It's quite dark. And it's somewhat offset, stable. Somewhat offset to the left. I mean, we need to offset to the left. Not really offset, we are on the right. Okay, let's hand fly the remaining.
500.
Slightly high correcting.
400.
Why did I set the minimum to
100.
200?
300.
Actually, we need a higher minimum because we don't have iOS.
Minimum
Continue.
200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. Retard. 10. 5.
Reverse screen. $60 knots. So where can we vacate? It's quite dark here. Oh, I see the yellow line. Before we vacate the runway, let's review our landing. Maybe not touchdown. How is it? Floated a bit. From another angle. From the back. At least we touched down within the touchdown zone, so we are safe. And the runway is quite long. And first officer view.
10. 50. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. Retard. 10. 5.
Reverse screen. 100 knots. 80 knots. 60 knots forward. Idle reverse. And then forward thrust. And then we find a exit here. So we need to switch the checklist to after landing. Speed break this arm. Weather radar off. And flaps up. Engine mode is normal because it's not raining here. Chrono, so almost an hour, 58 minutes. Stop and reset. Start. And strobe lights off. And landing lights off. Nose light to taxi. Pax 1 off. And FDRS off. Turning radar off. What we have in front looks like a terminal, but we have to turn left slightly here. Right, APU master switch on. Wait for the flaps to open. Okay, it's open, so let's start it. Is it not? Okay, it was not open. It's finally open and it's starting. Oh, what did I say? Did I say it was open? Am I on the wrong way? Looks like this taxiway is unidirectional. APU available, engine number 2 off. No, that's for near gate. Oops. Switched it off too early. Spark 32. Is this a slope? Doesn't look like we have enough thrust to move forward. Let me give you some thrust on engine number 1. So that is where we should park. A321. It's back to the cockpit because the AutoGate plugin is not available at this airport. That's why we checked outside as if we have in Marshall. Next. So let's switch the lights off, transponder off, APU plate on, transponder off. Right. Engine master number 1 off. And cockpit door open. Seatbelt signs off. Fuel pumps off. And our engine is below 20%, so beacon lights off. This will transponder code 2000. And then ground personnel comes over to connect our external power and high pressure air, so we use external power and switch the APU off and packs to on, so we have some air. And then the door will open, first the cargo door and then which one second? Cabin door, forward cabin door is now open, although the jet plate is not connected. Okay, forward cargo door is also open. And therefore we unload our 99 packs. Off cargo first. It's important we unload the off cargo first, you know, otherwise, boom. We still have more than 3 tons of fuel on board. Shut it down. 3, 2, 1. No smoke. Okay, everyone is off. So, no smoking off. And emergency exit off. F logo off. APU is no longer available, so we're only on external power. Bye bye. And we still have battery 1 and 2, so number 2 is off, number 1 is also off. We're done today after securing the aircraft. That's it. Where are we? Ahmedabad Airport. So 1 hour and 36 minutes. We've learned that total air temperature or stagnation temperature is the temperature at the temperature probe, and static air temperature or outside air temperature is the air around us. And then we have ISA. So the temperature relative to ISA, plus or minus some numbers of degrees Celsius. Celsius or Kelvin, same. Useful for checking the engines, determining where to use anti-ice, probably. Okay, no one's watching, is it? So I'll end here. Actually, we can have a. We don't really need to be cold and dark. We can have external power. Switch on the brake fans because the brakes are and the wheels are hot. just the 400 Hz noise with cabin lights. It's empty, nobody's on board. And I'll end the stream here. Bye bye.